Hey guys, my name's Kamara. If I haven't introduced myself on this channel yet, it's fairly new to me. Today I'm going to be reviewing some books. They are by Maia. They are, of course, some really cool books that are kind of like tarot cards, but not exactly. There's something called oracle cards. They're very well illustrated. The books are absolutely beautiful. I'm going to show you all three tonight, but we'll only be doing the bestiary. I hope I'm saying that right. Which is basically the animal themed guidance with 36 separate inspirational animals. Sorry, my cat keeps jumping on the bed, so my little thing keeps falling. If he happens to jump into the frame, we all know why. So I believe that this first one has the cards fall out, which you guys can't see, thank God. I believe that this one is the first one that came out. What is going on here? Let go of my card. Okay, so they come with these little cards in the back. They're really pretty. I'll show you each one of the cards when we get going. They come not pre-cut, so you do have to cut them. This is the first book, and hopefully I can figure out how to flip that so y'all can read it. But it's very well pictured. It's super shiny. They're nice and hardbacks. And they come with a little explanation and some pictures of all of the animals. No, Aang, can you not right now? You're cute. I know you want to say hi. Cat mom life, right? All right, go that way. I know you're not a dog, but go. No. All right, the next one is the herbarary. And I'm sure I'm saying that wrong too. Let me get the cards out because it's just easier for me to show you guys the book if the cards are not jammed in this little packet. Because they're nice when they aren't into their cut up form, which I'll show you in the last book because it just came in today. All right, so this one also is very pretty. This is obviously what she says on here, which is really cool, which I'd really like to show you guys, is it says 36 bewitching botanicals. I just love that. It is a great wordplay for me, but as you can see, it's a very beautiful book. It's very just well done. I love the moons across here. Definitely can see one has moons, one has sun, and then the third book actually has stars, which is kind of cool to me. This one is using herbs to kind of tell the future. I really wish I could show you what Aang's doing. He wants in my lap. But this will be the second book that I'm showing you because I believe that this is the second book that came out in the series. The back is very pretty too. Actually, a good amount of these cards are fruit or vegetables. There's a couple of vegetables or things that you can eat, and so it actually has just some really cool stuff. I do enjoy these cards. I'm a tarot card freak. I have like 30 sets. These are new to me, but I absolutely love them. And I haven't gotten to play with the last one, and I really haven't gotten into this one yet. I'm really studying the first one. They're very accurate when you think of what you need. Alright, just to show you the third book, and I'm going to show you the cards because I haven't taken anything out of this one yet. It literally just came into the mail. This is the crystallary, and it says 36 magical gems and minerals. Alright, and it's Guidance and Rituals, guys. So it does include 36 cards. As you can see, it's very pretty. I just love these books. They're very well illustrated. They have beautiful coloring, and I am all about color. I love it, absolutely. Now, in the back of this, you saw the packet before, but this is how they come when you get it. This is how they get them to fit in there. All right. And then I always rip it when I'm taking them out just because it's super small. And they come just like this. There's, you know, and then you just break them apart. They're very easy. I haven't had any tear. They do leave these little edges. I don't know if you can, there we go, not focus on my face. But after a while they do kind of wear down. And then you have these beautiful cards that you get to use in your everyday need. If you just need some guidance, if you feel like universe is trying to tell you something, you can grab a card out of this and read what it means. It's very well designed. I definitely think keeping this book and reading it for everything is very important. They're very literal with each of their things. It has 1 to 2 pages depending on what it is. It looks like this one actually has like 3 pages for each thing, which I imagine is because stones can mean a lot more. And like I said, I haven't really looked at the herbarary one yet. I'm going to put these cards back in, get that closed. One more time, this is this one here. I guess I can show it over here so you can still see my pretty face. And then I believe, sorry, I have the hiccups tonight and I can't seem to get rid of them. And then the beautiful herbarary ones. Gonna put those away, get them locked up. There's that one more time. All right. So let's divulge a little bit into this book. I am going to show you as many of the cards as I can. I don't want to make this video too long. I will come out after this video with just a reading one so you can kind of see how they read. This is more just to introduce you to these cards. If you haven't done oracle cards before, they're different. Luckily there's a whole that's not a word. There's an explanation of what these cards are kind of in the beginning. It even has a preface just explaining what brought them to make this book, and an introduction to tell you what the cards are about and how to use them, and it's just really, really nice. Talks about a lot of stuff like hearing your spirit's song. We'll get into that. Learning how to free write. That's kind of a cool thing that these books have. Most definitely. But then it just starts into this, and the illustry is just... The artistry, illustry. I don't think illustry is a word. Never said I was very smart. I just am very street smart. And I like to read. This happens to be my favorite animal. It's the one that I mostly turn to. It's actually the card that I have drawn the most. I'm going to read a blurb from this today. I'll probably read the whole first page to you guys. But it definitely has like 3 pages that give you kind of what, if you chose this as a card, what you need to be listening to and what you need to do if you got this card. Let me get a drink. Me and my Bubba cup. Just some water. I'm on a cleanse. I'm trying to stop drinking Coke. So we'll see how well that goes. But let me show you these cards real quick. They are beautiful green on the back. It's actually quite shimmery. Let me cover up my face so it'll actually focus on the cards. There we go. It has things like I don't know why this is called a it makes me want to read because I've never seen this card. I don't think I've ever pulled it up. It's called the Spring Peeper. It's obviously a frog, and what it says on the top is evolve into your next becoming. Next up is definitely one of my second favorite cards out of this. This is the Common Raven, and it says align your inner compass. So like I said, these cards are definitely beautifully done. Focus on the card, please. Not on me, on the card. There we go. All right, it's very, very pretty. Definitely can see the theme in this one. It's gambling, you know. Just how to align yourself. That's kind of what ravens are for. A lot of people think they foretold death, but I mean they just foretell the truth of what's to come. The next one is the Gray Wolf. Now these are not in any particular order. I actually just picked up the deck. This is a nice mixed deck. I didn't put them in order of the pages or anything like that. So if you did decide to buy it, these are not in order. So don't be surprised if they're a different order. But this is the Gray Wolf, and it says nurture connections. So you can obviously see what that would mean. Come on, focus on the card. There we go. We're having great trouble focusing on things today, aren't we? All right. So that one's really, it's very interesting. Some of them, I think this one could have been done way, way better in my opinion. It's just not as pretty as the other ones, you know. It almost looks gray compared to that, and I don't like that because the Gray Wolf represents a lot. It's family and nurture versus nature, and it's just, you know, it's a lot. So it kind of aggravates me that this is not as pretty as everything else, especially since this next one is the Earthworms, and they got a prettier picture than what the Gray Wolf did. Most definitely not fair. But the Earthworms are discover your purpose. So let's get that to focus. Obviously this is a very beautiful card. And just by this one little blurb, you can kind of discern what it is about. But like I said, Oracle cards are more about the reading of the book than they are about just knowing what the card means. So you can know what the card means, but there's more to it in the book. All right. So the next one is the Cow and the Bull. It says appreciate the process. So this one's really cute, I think, to me anyways. It definitely involves some stars, which is a good like little nod to the actual tarot deck. I like that. And I like that it's non-binary, so it's male and female and fabulous. All right, so there are 2 owls in this deck, which I think is awesome because owls can mean different things. This one happens to be the little owl, and it says key in to wisdom. Let me move my finger a little bit here. Now you'll notice that this deck has a little bit of history in it. The last one had the pyramids. This is more like Herculean era, the Greek gods. Focus on the card, not my face. Thanks. It's very cute and very well done. Once again, every once in a while there's one that's not as done as I would like it to be. I'm definitely disappointed in the Gray Wolf. This next one, the kind of horse that this is this picture does not do it any justice. If I knew how to, I would put a picture of the actual horse here, but I am still a noob, and I'm very, very bad at this name, but this is the Andalusian horse, and its meaning is to transcend yourself. So let's get that in. Now see, for me, Andalusian horse is very beautiful. It's actually got a little bit longer hair. They do come in kind of black or white. So I do understand kind of why they did this. But once again, like this non-detailed one, and then you've got this one. So I do feel like maybe the artist got a little tired or wasn't quite sure what to do for this one. I'm sure if I read the meaning, it would make a little bit more sense, but I do feel like this is very detailed in the animal, and this is just like a kid's drawing of a horse. There's not a lot of detail really at all, you know. So I do feel like some of these were kind of not as well done. Cop-outs. I don't want to make anybody mad here. If the artist, Maia Toll, is watching this or ever catches this, I'm just reviewing. I'm not being rude. And it's only one girl's opinion, not a million. So, the next one is the broad-winged katydid, which I know is not how you say that, but that's how my family has always said it, so I'd rather say it like that. It says, discover the pattern. Once again, very beautiful card. Oh, there we go. I do like this one, even though it's kind of simple like the horse. I do feel like there's more detail in the actual animal that's on the card, even though that's kind of a bug. Just saying. But I understand why it's there. And then the next one is the red fox. And it is shapeshift. So it is quite lovely. There we go. I absolutely adore it. I don't think I've pulled this card either, which is amazing, but it is quite beautiful. Obviously shapeshift, changing your life, you know, you get it. Next one is the red salmon, and it says navigate life with determination. Salmon definitely have the determination for life. And I love that it includes the northern lights and them jumping up the waterfall. Next is a pretty hilarious one. I like that they included this. It's a new, I guess it's not new. We're just learning about it now. It's a skunk in the jungle, basically. It's called the spotted skunk. This card says stand up for yourself. It's really funny because the skunk actually stands on its front legs with its hind legs and tail in the air. This is actually a true thing that this animal does to scare away predators. Very well done card. I get the laugh factor, but at the same time it's very powerful. The next one is another bug, I guess arachnid. This is the zigzag spider, named for the pattern it makes in its webs, by the way. Also by the zigzag pattern on its ass, but you know, we don't talk about that. But I'm not allowed to say that word, bad word. Anyways, hopefully I don't get demonetized. It says everything is connected. Oh, such a cheesy thing for this card, man. Alright, this one's very pretty. I love the oranges and yellows. the spider is definitely, I'm not a big fan of spiders, but I am a big fan of their meaning. And I definitely think that everything is connected as a good meaning for them. Sorry, I have a lot of allergies today. We're on fire here in Colorado. I don't know if the world knows that. We usually don't get a lot of news out in the world that when we go on fire, even though we have 3 very serious fires going on right now. Everybody's praying for California, but you know, Colorado will survive. But I'm a severe asthmatic, so the smoke is driving me nuts. So I sound like a very sick person, which is great because, you know, COVID-19. Anyways, moving on, the next card is the Common Tortoise. It says steady on, and I just love this one because there's the Asian, there's 100 stories like this in the Asian culture, and there's a couple in like Native American culture too, where the world's actually on a turtle. So the turtle is the world, and that's how it travels through space. So they kind of have done that with this card. And I love that the moon is behind it. It's very cool. The next one is the Whopper Swan. I don't think I've ever heard of a Whopper Swan. I'm sure it's just a common swan, but maybe a little bit different colored. But the card is very beautiful, and it says love fiercely, which swans actually do. They find one mate and they surely die soon after their mate dies. So, whoops, a little too close there. Alright, this is actually the first card in the book. Inevitably, I always end up on this page. It's really funny because the little thing is pause, assess, act. And I'm missing a filter from my brain to my ear to my mouth. I feel like I hear things like I'm not supposed to. I say things like I'm not supposed to. My brain processes things like it's not supposed to. So definitely is funny that I always kind of turn to this. And I love the little, you know, deer are, they're not actually family animals. The bucks don't stay, but without the bucks there wouldn't be babies. So definitely like the little triangle view of that. The next one is the Asian elephant. This one I like a lot. I know it's a little bit of a simpler design, but they didn't cop out on the details, which I like a lot. And it says honor and lineage, excuse me. So here is that one. It's gonna be so nice listening to my sniffly nose. Now this one makes me laugh because orcas are evil. They don't care who they hunt. Kind of like polar bears, they hunt everything. If you're in the water and an orca decides your food, you're food. They are killer whales for a reason, but they are critically endangered, and I wouldn't want them to go away. They're just dangerous. It's just really funny, the saying to me, because they really are dangerous creatures, and it says dive under the surface, so maybe don't be afraid. This one is a little, the detail is kind of all the same, and they definitely all have different patterns and things like that. But I mean, they're black and white. I don't know how more detailed you could get on a whale. Alright, the next one is a beaver. I like this one. It says make / manifest, which you can just imagine what that means. It's very cute. There's, you know, 4 of them, 2 building the house, 2 under the house building the house. It's very nice. And no, hey, come on, you can come sit, but you can't mess up anything. Come on. Everybody, this is Aang, my very needy child, my very needy kitlin. He's very mad that he can't sit in between my legs right now. He has grown too big. He is a whopping 16-pound cat and can no longer sleep on my lap. He's now throwing a fit out in the living room. All right, moving along. The next one is the 5-lined skunk. This one is scary. The skink, not skunk, Lord. Skink. If you guys don't know what a skink is, they're like food for everything. Anything and everything eats these poor little creatures. They are the ones that if you scare them and hold on to their tail, it'll disappear. Kind of like geckos, except for geckos' tails don't always grow back. Skinks' tails actually always grow back. They don't have as many mutations because people don't own them, and they're all over Colorado, and people don't really know that. But this is a 5-lined skink, and it's being attacked by a bunch of creatures. Oh, and the little saying says, "Delight in daring," which, come on now. Poor little guy. All right, the next one is the black bear. I kind of like this one. It says sync with your cycles. So bears, you know, they have cycles. They go to sleep, they wake up, they know when to eat, they know when to sleep, they know all of that. Excuse me. So it's kind of a cool card. All right, and here is the screech owl. Oh, I forgot there's 3 owls in here. I like this one. I just love owls. I collect owls and wolves. I'm just an animal person. I have 3 cats, for God's sakes. Jesus, hair. It's okay. You can be crazy. Who needs to look pretty? Alright, so here's your next one. That's the screech owl. And it says, get creative. The next one is the honeybee. It says, navigate by the sun. This one's pretty simple. I don't really know how you would make bees not simple, though. Bees are kind of simplistic by nature, so I like how simplistic this is for them. The next one is the tabby cat. It says, you are worthy. I really like this because cats definitely have, as you know, I have 3 cats. I have Aang, Zuko, and Sokka. They are my life. We were trying for a baby, but for now, these are my babies. So I definitely think that this card fits them. Next is a sea turtle. It says, find your element, which is so true for a sea turtle because they can be on land and in water. Next is the blue damselfly, which is basically a dragonfly. I don't know why they don't call it a dragonfly. I'll have to look it up because I thought that it was just a dragonfly. You'll see when you see it, but it says commune with nature. Now this one is a little simplistic, but it is a bug, and you get the meaning behind it with the picture. Alright, we have, there's 36 cards, guys, so it is a lot. I hope you're sticking with me. Now, we are animals ourselves. So this one is the human. I love this one. It's very simplistic, but it's very powerful, and it says, remember forgetting, which is so true of humans. I love this here. Just very good card. The next one is the nuthatch, which is a bird, by the way. It says change your perspective. I'll have to look up. I've never actually heard of this bird, so obviously we don't have them here. So I'll have to look up what the meaning, what they do that makes them for the meaning of this. The next is a monarch butterfly. It says digest your past, which is kind of funny because caterpillars eat their cocoons, or Anyways, you get what I mean. But oh Lord, that word today. Metamorphosis. Very pretty card. Once again, it's a bug. It's very simplistic. That's its beauty. Then there's the Barn Owl. It says, listen for spirit. Now, this is my favorite card. I pull it almost every time I do this, and I don't know why. Obviously, I need to listen for spirit. But here's this one. I just absolutely love this card. All right, and next we have the Eastern Oyster. Now, this says deal with the dirt. This is the first card I ever pulled. I'm actually not able to work right now because I can't wear paper masks. So when I got this set, I pulled this card and it just hit every point that I needed. It was very awesome. So here's this one. The Eastern Oyster. Next we have the House Mouse. Now, let me move my leg because I'm getting fat. Oh, that's better. Alright, so this one says work together, which is hilarious because mice don't actually work together, but they do tend to use each other to get into jars like that. It's very cute. The next one is the Black Snake. I'm gonna keep this one out. I like how it's different colored, and it's almost like it's wrapped around a human body, which is kind of a little chilling. But it says, give your truth. It almost looks like the doctor's sign, the medical sign, you know what I mean? And then there's the Sea Eagle, and it says, renew your life. I love this. It almost makes it look like a phoenix. There is also a house finch, which are very beautiful singers, and they're very smart birds. It says, know your song. There is the river otter. It says, slide into joy, because otters are the most joyful creatures I've ever seen. It's very pretty, well done. It's a little bit simplistic in their details, but I do like the card. It does make a lot of sense. And last but not least is the pleated woodpecker. It says, free your inner fire. Alright, so those are all 36 cards. I'm going to read you just a little bit out of this one. This is, once again, the barn, I guess if I don't cover it up, this is the Barn Owl. My camera's slipping a little bit here. Slipping. Darn cats. Alright, so this is kind of, it's nice big writing. This is what it looks like. Let me read this for you. It says, on a dark moon night, Barn Owl swoops low over the fields. Her wing beats are not only nearly silent, but create a wake of quietude, a vortex of otherness. Crossing her path feels like crossing over into elsewhere. And so, Barn Owl has long been a messenger between the worlds, bringing word from the realm of spirits and ghosts. Barn Owl hunts even on the darkest nights, her ears picking up the small chittering of mice and soft sounds of grass brushing against a rabbit's skin. Or maybe she simply senses their souls as they go about their nightly business. Close your eyes, Barn Owl whispers, and open your ears to the sound of spirit. Now, this is written, I'm assuming, by this Toto, something like that. And it also has like Journey to Spirit. This is like a ritual you can do that goes with this card. It says Barn Owl reminds you to connect with and find guidance in the whispering of spirit that live within your own heart. This simple meditation journey will help you reconnect with your own spirit spark. And then just has like a reflection, so a ritual and a reflection. I think that's pretty much what everything has. Yeah, so each thing has like a little blurb of what it is, and then it has a ritual that you can do that kind of fits in with what the animal means, and then a reflection. The reflection is, sometimes in order to strengthen one sense, we need to dampen another. We're very used to approaching the world with our eyes. We often need to see it with our own eyes in order to believe it. Barn owls remind us that sight isn't the only way to connect. Intuition and inner knowing can't be seen with your eyes. These are really great books. Like I said, next time I'll be going over the cards of this one. But in between that, I will do a reading video in a couple of days so that you can kind of see how these read, just with a real simplistic past, present, future. Hi, Ang, what are you doing? It'll make everything a little easier. Well, this has been Kamara with K&K Equals Life. I hope you enjoy my videos. I know this is very long, and I hope you enjoy watching it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or comment. Have a great night.